Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some... You look like a man who's looking for some
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna...
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for...
At least I'm getting a good haul of cloth. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon... I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this, so she...
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her.
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks... But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit. On account of no... You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her...
Okay. I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go...
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well. But we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just... Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more... Sure, I don't know. Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair, or look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Non... Anyhow.
Scavenging here, and a Meta Queen showed up. Then I ran in here, and now the door's locked. It's easier than it sounds, all right? Next time you get chased by Phew. Thanks, miss. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Sure. Beats not answering questions. Huxley. I'm an iconoclast runner. The iconoclast runner. Fastest we've got. Ain't a raptidon on this... I'm... Oh, that'd be my people. Graham and Zora and Milton and... I really miss them. My buddy locked me in here. I told you that. It was for my safekeeping. But, I mean, okay, yes, fine. I get myself into sticky situations. Oh, neither was I. Probably. I don't know. When I try to read things, my mind gets to... Huxley! Get me out! What do you mean? It's locked. Wait, upward? Oh, my eternal soul!
Ah, phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy. Now I'm out here. And I'm headed back.
Still landing yourself in...
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy and... Hey, who's your identical slightly... What? I ain't got nothing on me. That's true. Okay, fine. Here. Thanks a lot, mister.
Well, I see you've had a sobering effect on our friend Neo.
Sir,
Forgive me, Celia. I couldn't help. Anyway. You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it. Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at... This has been my albatross. I give MSI everything. My work... One of the executives required it. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my Apparently not. In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. You think we're the problem? Have you even heard the nonsense Graham is spewing? It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be... And the first step is getting the... Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to...
try to control yourself.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have... What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporary... Corporate espionage. How was that, Celia?
Your best delivery yet, sir.
Help us with this final matter, and we won't need to broadcast anymore. You have my... I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is...
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain... You really think so? I admit, I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could... That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my ass...
Don't get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear.
We really don't need to discuss this now. Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, so it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice... A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution. Then it's good that I... Ah, so you've heard about our prior... acquaintance. I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system. Well, technically, he may have suggested it, but he certainly wasn't doing the paperwork. Technically, he does. What exactly are you accusing me of? Now, there's no need to use that sultry tone with me. Hiram understands the way things. Until we're back on the board, I need to run those advertisements. If there's no business on Monarch... Besides, Graham's the one you should really be concerned about. What can I do for you?
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by... Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools.
Oh, law, Captain. You ain't wrong, but if he hasn't made it to Amber Heights by now...
Please, won't you go? Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's... You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the...
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur.
Speaking to my left ear, will you? Right one's damaged. Last we talked, I only got half. Well? Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the... Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far... We are friends, but them who push me end up dead. Look, I don't know if this is related, but it ain't escaped my notice that she's been acting twitchy, even for her. Ask at the bar about a customer who showed...
I don't serve your kind. Usually. What's your order? Let me think back. Yeah, I got a regular who's been twitchier than normal. You ought to ask Yvonne. She'd know Ms. Twitchy.
You look parched. Have a seat, stranger. So, what? Well, that does ring a bell. I remember one lady. She never penned a name in the... Huxley's with the iconoclasts. Know of her? She's not quite all... Does give her trouble from time to time. Once she got stuck in the bathroom. Anywho, she's probably in Amber Heights with the rest of Graham's icon.
Hello there. A word, if I may be so bold? Well, now, wait a minute. I still hear those sores crying across the way. Evidently, I don't suppose you'd mind stopping a minute and helping me out? Those beasts don't seem to want... Ah, well, if I'm able to make it back to Amber Heights to... You find yourself wandering the wilderness, low on ammunition... I still hear those beasts out there. I believe I'll just wait. Ah, blessed silence at last. Name's Weston. Every once in a while, I care to perch.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and... Oh no, I'm so sorry, I keep... Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, Oh, those are just hurdles. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as... Oh, you've heard Graham's teachings. I'm so glad. He and Zora have done such a wonderful job spreading the light around this. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal... I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying. Well, she's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our... She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from... She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a... The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers, I tell you.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again. Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up. Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end? And so, no runs for me for a little... I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray, but this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one. Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so. Huh? Why? Oh, ha! You're funny. Good to see you. Oh, she's such a gem. She gambles with me whenever I've got time to stop through fall. Ooh, I bet she's hiding. Does that when she... Ought to leave her be, though, if she doesn't want to be You wouldn't. You would. I can see it in your... She's got a secret hideaway out in the middle of nowhere. I'll mark it on your map. It's pretty busy for an Here, I want a key to the back gate off her, but I ain't going near that place. Well, I ain't gonna use it, and ain't nobody gonna buy it if they don't know. Besides, you helped me. She was digging real deep for that game. I think it was about the last thing on her. Exciting, isn't it? Steeped in mystery. Oh, once she did tell me about this one time when she set off an alarm outside the back, so I don't remember why she did that. She was kind of drunk, though. You got me. If it's anything like the rest of Monarch, I'd take weapons with you just in case. Yeah, only there are people there. Okay. Exciting, isn't it? Steeped in mist. Okay.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my trap? Just remember, I still got bull. What are you doing? That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last sprat. Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually keep gawkers out. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or, the whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity. The Marauders knew we were coming. Rigged the bridge with explosives. If they found us, my guess is they... Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure... Me? I'm headed back to fall...